Hi guys, my name is Cindy. I'm pretty sure most of you guys are 18 years old, and what is one of the biggest things you could do when you turn 18? Vote. Voting is a huge part of this country, and it makes a difference when we all go out to vote. I say that because younger voters have very different ideals and beliefs from older voters. So when everyone votes, it can make a huge difference in laws and presidential candidates. In my speech today, I will talk about why it's important for everyone, including minorities, to vote, why voting can hold elected officials accountable, and why it's important for everyone to vote. So, to start off, minorities make a huge part of this country, and a lot of times it is harder for minorities to vote. Every 4 years, we hear about in the news of voter suppression and how it affects smaller communities. According to the article from NPR from October 23rd, 2018, Republican voter suppression efforts are targeting minorities. Since 2010 elections, 24 states have implemented new restrictions on voting. So this means that new voters might be unaware, or even older voters might be unaware of new restrictions like having to carry an ID or other paperwork, or having to re-register to vote. And many times people don't know they have to do this. So when they go out to vote, they can't cast their vote. However, um, voting for minorities is very important just because it can it empowers the communities to and allows them to change policies in their favor. Even though they're minorities, they still make a huge part of this country, and one of the biggest policies that impact them is immigration. And it's a topic that people talk a lot about in elections, and it's very important that minorities go out to vote. It's also important for us to vote just because it holds elected officials accountable. Many times, elected officials will keep track of, social media has become a huge part of this, and they keep track of the favorability of themselves and how people think of them. And then if they're not doing very well, they will make changes. They also keep track of surveys and polls that people take to make sure that they're aligned with what the people want. And if they're not, they can make these changes. And lastly, I it's important to vote just because we are given the opportunity to go out and vote for something that we believe in, for changes that we might want to see in this country. Many countries around the world do not have that opportunity to vote. So they don't have a voice, and they can't ask for change. But we can, and we've seen that in most recent years with the legalization of marijuana and same sex marriage. So, in my speech today, I talked about why it's important for everyone, including minorities, to vote. I also talked about why it's important to vote to hold elected officials accountable, and why it's important for everyone to vote to make changes in this country. So I hope next year you guys go out to vote and make changes for a better future for everyone. Thank you.